All right. Well, to say 2020 has been a crazy year for this man would be a giant understatement. Kevin Holland joins us right now. And to keep in line with the craziness of the year, last week ended with a little bit of a shakeup. He was scheduled to headline this Saturday's event against Jack Hermansson. We found out he
Yeah,
tested positive for COVID-19, but it looks like he'll still have the chance to join that elusive 5-0 club as he's scheduled to face Jacare Souza December 12th at UFC 256. There's a lot to unpack here, Kevin. First off, good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you as well. How about you? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I guess the most important question of all is, how are you feeling right now with everything that has happened? Not just physically with the COVID, but mentally with all the changes and everything that have happened here.
Another day in the office. Another day in the office. It's all good in the hood. I'm loving it. You know what? Honestly, it's not a big deal. Used to it.
So we found out like early on Saturday that you had tested positive. When did you find out?
Probably around the same time you guys found out. Thanksgiving was what, Thursday? So I think I found out Friday afternoon.
Friday afternoon. Were there like symptoms or anything? Did you take the test on your own, or was this like the UFC test that you had to take before you travel?
So UFC sent the test, and we take it before we travel. Took the test. I had like a minor cold, a couple snivels and stuff like that. And then I was like, oh, we're like probably allergy, season change. And then, took the test, came back. I had COVID. I was like, wow, this is COVID? I was like, no way. There's no way this could be COVID. But, it is what it is. And here I am. So, yeah, I think I found out Friday, day after Thanksgiving, which sucked because I had people at the house. You know what I mean? Not a lot, but, it's like I had my mom's husband here. My mom's here, and it was just like, my old lady's dad was here. It was just like, all right. So now we have to call them and let them know, and it's like somehow, some way, you know.
You're obviously taking this in stride, just another day at the office, like you said. But when you found out that it was COVID, like, how did you react to that? Because you knew that things were going to
I was
change
just
for
like,
you.
so I can't fight with a mask on? What's up? I was like, is there any way we can go around this? You want to retest? Is there anything we can do? But no, ultimately there was that was it, So I kind of understood what was going on, and I was just like, it took me a day. Like the next day, I was just like, hit Oren up, manager, and I was just like, yo, what's the verdict? So like, do I fight another week against Jack? Do I fight somebody else? Like, there's still a couple cards for December's over with. It takes 2 weeks. They say it's out your system. I'm like, shit. When's my 2 weeks? You know what I mean? Like, when can I fight again? Like, I'll train in the garage. What's up? What you got for me? I don't want to end the year like this. I just spent all this money on cars. Let's make some more dough. You know?
And I reacted, like, obviously I felt for you, and then to find out that your old pal Marvin Vettori was stepping in to take the fight, it just kind of came full circle based on like all of our conversations this year. How'd you feel about Marvin stepping in and getting that shot?
I was proud of him. It's like, I mean, it sucks that I can't go fight, main event, but at the end of the day, check's a check. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get a little bit more for main event in the card, but that's whatever. Make it up in some sideline sponsor money. So it is what it is. Just make you grind a little harder. But to see Marvin step up and take the fight, I was like, dang, why didn't he take the fight before? You know what I mean? Like, I know it had to be offered to him before it was offered to me. It's probably one of those five to turn down, but props to him. I'm glad he stepped up, had some what do they call it in Spanish? Some huevos, you know what I mean? Stepped up in there, got the job done, you know what I mean? So win, lose, or draw. He gets brownie points for me for being a man. And then I checked his age, and I was like, oh, dude, he's a little younger than me. I was like, no wonder why he acts the way he acts. I was like, what? He's finally becoming a man. I'm proud of him. Good job. So props to Marvin Vettori. You know what I mean? Hats off to him. If he goes out there and does what I would have did, then, he gets the job done. If he goes out there and looks how he looks in his last fight, it won't look too good then.
It was interesting because I thought your year was kind of shut down here. I mean, you knowing you, like you said, you called your manager. You're like, how can we get another fight in before the year is over? And I'm watching the event this past Saturday along with the Tyson Jones card, and then Brendan Fitzgerald's on the screen, and announces the change for the main event this Saturday, and then he reveals that you're going to fight Jacare at UFC 256. And I think a lot of people were surprised by that. I have to admit that I didn't see that one coming so quickly, especially the same day we found out about the original change. How did that happen? Like, was it just like one fell swoop, or did this come together afterwards? Like, when did Oren kind of present this to you?
It was, I be messaging Mick back and forth on Instagram, trying to get on his nerves so I can get extra fights and stuff. I'm just bugging people, you know what I mean? Trying to get what I can get. And Mick's always so cool about it. Shouts out to Mick Maynard for just always keeping it so player, so cool. Just a dope guy, super dope guy. I've always thought he was a dope guy ever since Legacy. But so I was messaged Mick like, what's up? And he was like, so what's up? You want to take the Jacare fight or what? And I was like, yeah, why not? He was like, you sure you're feeling okay? I'm like, man, I feel fine. I was like, what do you want me to do to prove it to you? Let me know. Like, of course I'll take the Jacare fight. I was like, I'll gladly become the alligator catcher overnight. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. Now I got to go out there and become an alligator catcher overnight. Which I used to take little trips to Louisiana, out here from Texas to Louisiana in my old town car back in the day just to get a drive in. So, it's the same deal. Now I'm just riding to Las Vegas like it's the swamplands and catching me an alligator, a legendary alligator at that. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Let's go. Yeah, I feel great, man. If anything, I feel better than I did before. I guess it's a quick glimpse of like how you started to not pay attention to what COVID was doing to everything. You kind of just I started zeroing in on everything I had going and stop worrying about the other stuff. But you have to pay attention to COVID, it's like you have to pay attention to what's going on in the world. And I started taking it lightly. And so I guess it just opened my eyes, do what I got to do. I'm actually getting some mats built for the house, for the garage. They're going to say COVID center on there. So remind me never to forget. You know what I mean? Be smart about this. So, yeah, missed out on that fight, but now we got Jacare, and Jacare's a legend. If I may say so myself, I'm more excited about the Jacare fight than I was about Jack. I wasn't even excited about Jack. I was excited about a main event. But Jack, good guy, but I wasn't that excited about him. Now, Jacare, I'm excited about the Jacare fight.
Why were you excited about Jack? Highly ranked guy?
You know what? It puts me up in the rankings, and then it means I can't have fun. You know what I mean? It means that I have to do all these things where it was like you beat him, and then more likely more fights were going to be main event, and they were going to put more camera time on you, and it was going to take more publicity to get you in fights and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was a bigger package. Beating Jacare, I still get to have fun for a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? I can still step in, take last second fights, do this, do that, and I like that.
So you just kind of wanted to slow it down just a tad.
No, I was down. I'm down for whatever. At the end of the day, I'm down for whatever. But it's just the Jacare fight. It makes more sense to me, and it's like I wasn't even ranked, so now I could jump into the rankings, and I don't have to be high ranked. You can put me in right there at 15. I'm from 16 right now. I can go to 15. I can fight, like I said before, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and I can do it all on last second. I don't care. But it just gives me a chance to fight, multiple times. Think about it. If I knock out 5 fights during a pandemic year, I did it in 7 months. Imagine what I could do with a full 12.
That's true. That's a good way of looking at it. Is there, I know you may have taken the COVID thing a little lightly, and I think there's a lot of people who are doing that even right now, but is there like a small part of you that's, I know it sucks to get COVID and you miss out on the opportunity, but you get a more exciting fight, but is there a little like relief to it now that like you got it and it's over and done with now in a way?
No, that's a sad part about it. I used to play like that when it first came out. I used to be like, well, it's like chickenpox. If you get it, you can't get it again. Maybe I should just get it over with so it won't interrupt any fights. Nah, you shouldn't play like that because you never know who you can give it to, and you never know who could become worse off of it. It's like, it may not be hurting me, but let's say this happened and I was around my grandparents, or, let's say my kid caught it, or let's say somebody in the house really, really took a dive off of it. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
That would have hurt, so it's nothing to play with, it's like some people aren't doing so well. Leon Edwards, 4 days, they say lost 11 pounds, it's like being an athlete, losing 11 pounds, that's not nothing to play with. Your body is your tools, and that's something to work with. So when you see something like that happening to somebody and it's not happening to you, you're kind of like, thankful that it's not, but at the same time, it reminds you why you shouldn't play with something like this. It's like you have to take it serious. You have to follow the protocols, even if the protocols don't make sense. You have to follow them. Just to try and be a little bit more safe. Stay at home. It's like all year I was going ham. It's like I was going ham with my mask on. I was going ham. I put gloves on. It's like I was taking advantage of it. I was still going out and doing things, and other people were scared to do things. But in the beginning of the year, I didn't have my full family living with me. It's like things changed throughout the course of the year. Now I have to stay at home and be a little bit more safe. I can't be hitting the mall and having fun. Just because I said that, you little trolls don't go on my page and say that shit back to me. I swear I'll go off on you. But, it's like, it's just the truth. You have to be careful with this. I don't want to ramble on with it too much, but you definitely have to be careful. Am I getting more time at home? Do I get to play my video game a little bit more than I was before? Yes, sirree. But still, nothing to want to wish on anybody or wish on yourself.
So what's like a typical day like for you now that you're at home? Like, I assume that you're training at home. That's how you're going to have to spend the remainder of this camp?
Yeah, just buying more stuff to make the house better. Order stuff online. I got my coach, my strength and conditioning coach, CD Power Train. Shout out to Shug. I'm running around like a madman. People always talk about him because he does so much for me, but that's what a good friend is for. That's what a good coach is for. That's what a good partner in crime is for. That's my dog right there, He goes out there and he goes and gets me everything I need for the garage. We make some phone calls. We set up some things. My guy Jason at the gym sets me up with some mats. Like, they'll be coming this week. It's like, just knowing that I'm about to have a little mini gym in the garage, it takes me back to like when I originally started. My grandma and grandpa. My grandpa was always about fitness, and they had like their own little, gym in the garage. They didn't have these type of mats, and they didn't have this type of equipment, but it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be better than some gyms I've ever been to. So a little 3-car garage. I'm taking half of it and hooking it up for that. Still got a spot for my old school and my motorcycle. I'm good to go.
There you go. Like we mentioned at the top, it's just been a crazy year for you, and you've rolled with the punches as well as anybody has in the UFC. And, short notice fight here, new opponent a few days before a fight there, you're slotted in here, and now you're on this card. With everything going on and COVID and everything, are you just kind of playing the act as if game, like roll with it as if everything's going to play out perfectly? Then if something happens, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Like, how are you sort of handling this? Because I don't know if you can you confidently say that 100% you're going to fight Jacare on December 12th?
No, you cannot say 100% accurately that you're going to fight Jacare December 12th. It's like that's the crazy thing about this year. You can never foresay 100% if you're going to do something that it's for sure going to happen. It's like you put your word out there, you'd be lying to put your word out there half the time, unless you're Dana White, then you're just pulling miracles off, and that's a different story. And it's like, I don't have that much power on this road yet. I can't control whether Jacare will stay healthy, and I can't control whether or not I'll pass every COVID test that they have. If it's in my system, then it's in my system, and I can't control what tests pick it up and what tests don't, right? But I can stay ready, so that way I don't have to get ready. And when December 12th comes around, I will be ready. And then if December 12th doesn't work out, it's like, I'll try and get on December 19th. It's like, I don't cut no weight to get to 185, so it's not a big deal. It's like, I'm going to keep shooting for the stars until I hit. And then after that, I'll shoot a little further. And it's like, and then let's say the fight does happen December 12th. My job is to go out there, knock that out the ballpark. Such great fashion that, quote unquote, the guy that everybody calls the last second king, Khamzat, hopefully he wants to step up within a week's notice and take back his main event slot. But let's see how much clout I get after this one. Because you all know, ain't nobody fighting nobody if they ain't got the clout, right?
That's very true. But
unless you're me. Then you just fight anybody and everybody. Guys who show up on their first day at the job, smoke them. Even though you're supposed to be fighting somebody else, still smoke them like a blunt. That's what I do. I smoke them like a blunt. If I say I'm going to smoke them, I smoke them like a blunt. L's to the face, baby.
This is a fun fight, man. I mean, you said you're going to have a lot of fun in there, more than you probably would have had with Jack, in your opinion. And, yeah. Jacare's been a perennial contender at 185 for so long. I've been watching Jacare forever. He's been in there with pretty much everybody at this point, and yeah, he's getting up there in age, but man, this is a really solid name on the resume, is it not?
Yeah, he just went the distance with the 205 champ not too long ago.
That's right.
Both his last losses came by split decision, and then the fight that he won before that, he won by knockout against Chris Weidman. in the last round. Guy's always dangerous. Always has been, always will be. I don't care how old he is. But, you know, we'll see if age has caught his number yet. And if it hasn't, we'll see if I've caught his number. And I'm pretty sure I can catch anybody's number in the road. So put me in the right spot at the right time with the right mentality. And it's going down. And I got the right mentality going into this fight. So stay healthy, stay right, and I'm going to be an alligator catcher that night.
Can I ask you about that Instagram post you put out a couple weeks ago?
Which one?
The video. You said, well, looks like I'm not fighting on December 5th. And you had everybody.
Not fighting. I said, looks like I will not see you guys December 5th.
That's right. I apologize for mixing the words up.
Yes. And then everybody went crazy and they said, oh, he's not fighting December 5th. And then look, here it came. I didn't fight December 5th. That sucks, right? No, so when I was like, oh, I won't be seeing you guys December 5th, it was perfect. It was perfect because I won't be seeing anybody December 5th, but they'll all be seeing me on ESPN. But I didn't get to work it out. So I had bought this cool little mask, right? I had everybody all gamed up and everything. Bought this cool little mask, right? This mask right here costs freaking $100 and something. You know, after taxes, about $150, close to $160. They were going with this little anime theme, you know, me being Batman and him being Joker. I was going to put the mask on. I was going to highlight it up, throw some smog in the background, throw a badass little highlight video behind it. The eyes light up red in the dark, and you could take the face off, put the face back on. And I was going to say, see you soon, Jack. Then I was going to be like, of course you won't see me December 5th. I'll be seeing you guys. Well, of course I won't see you guys December 5th because you'll be seeing me. And then I was going to put the mask back on, eyes light up red, smoke everywhere. It was going to be some dope shit. But didn't work out. Caught COVID-19 in 2020.
It's a great idea, though. That thing would have been great.
Still might do it.
You
I
still
might
should.
go on like the ultimate alligator catcher. Fuck it. I got to do it. Right? I spent $139 on this mask. Came up to about $150 after taxes. Yeah, I got to put it on. I got to rock it.
Any movement on the video game yet? On the UFC
you know
game?
what? You know what? I'm hearing the game's trash. I haven't played it, but I'm hearing the game's trash, right? So if the game's trash, I don't want to be on it. But if you're out there in this world and you haven't bought UFC 4, go buy it ASAP. Support the company.
Fair enough. That's the way to do it. Are you paying attention to like the fighter of the year stuff? Like, because I know Chimaev is right up there with
the champ gets it. If he fights December 12th, the same time that I'm fighting, my bad. Okay. If he fights December 12th, the same time that I'm fighting, defends his belt the third time, right, or the second time, got it, defended it all in 1 year, right? Back-to-back title defenses in a pandemic, and I'm talking about a couple weeks later, hands down, that man gets fighter of the year. Like DC said on one of them, when you're the champ, it's a little bit hard to go against the champ, right? Well, that's a champ that's putting work during a pandemic year. Hands down, that man gets it. And then I think everybody has forgot about what Gilbert Burns did in the beginning of the year. It's not his fault he didn't get a chance to go out there and possibly capture the title. And let me say this. He would have captured the title. You know, it's like Usman don't be representing, you know, the DFW enough, so, you know, fuck him. He definitely would have got the title. So shout out to my man over there. You know, he would have got the title. So he'd have whooped Usman. Gilbert Burns would have whooped Usman. He'd have got the title, and he would have been fighter of the year. So, yeah, I think I give it to Diego. I had a hell of a year with 5 runs, and then beating a guy like Jacare would be nice. But had I smoked Jack and then stepped up and beat Khamzat on the 19th, that would have been magical. But it didn't work out that way, right? I'll beat this man, and then maybe they'll take off that Pettis Moreno fight and put me versus Khamzat on the 19th because I can go back-to-back like that because you guys know me. And then I'll get fighter of the year. But other than that, the champ deserves it 100%.
Fair enough. How do we, at least for the breakout fighter of the year, you're right up there. You and...
That's Khamzat.
That's Khamzat? You think so?
Look how many followers he got. He came into the game, turned things upside down. He did his thing. Yeah, I'm not a hater by any means. He did his thing. So, breakout fighter of the year, you can definitely give that to him. Or rookie of the year. You know, it's like, I don't know if they do that or not. You know, it's like, if you just really want to give me something, you know, Give me OG of the year. You know what I mean? Give me OG of the year. The guy who just kept going when nobody else wanted to.
I like that, man. How do we get this thing done against Jacare on December 12th?
Hands and feet. Hands and feet. But don't get it twisted, though. Don't get it twisted. I hear everybody always talking about if it goes to the ground, Kevin Holland is done. Yeah, I've been rear naked choked by Rafael Lovato Jr. Step in there against Rafael Lovato Jr. You'll probably get rear naked choked, too. Brandon Allen. Shouts out to Brandon Allen. I'll take nothing away from him, but I slipped on a banana peel. Jacare, don't get it twisted, man. Jacare can get finished in any way, any shape, any fashion. I can hurt him and sub him. I can slam him on his neck and finish him, right? I've done that before. I mean, what haven't I done? You know, it's like I'm going there and I'm fighting a veteran. I'm fighting a OG in the game. I'm fighting, you know, somebody who's had a belt in a lot of organizations, just not the UFC. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to have a great time. This is exactly what I was asking for. This is exactly what I was asking for last time. And this is exactly what I've been begging my managers and everybody for. You know, I couldn't remember what legends were left. You know, sad that I forgot about Jacare. A legend in Jacare. I'm going to go out there and take him out. You know, remember how John Jones was coming through and he was taking out all those legends? I mean, taking them out. I mean, just completely destroying them. You know, I'm going to do that without the pick, though.
Who do you think wins this weekend?
I got Jack. You know, I like Marvin stepping up last second like that. I like Marvin stepping up last second like that. But like I said, if it performs anything like he did his last fight, he was kind of in a rear naked choke position against Carl Robertson, right? If Jack puts him in that position and him trying to do that muscle flail out thing that he did last time, it's not going to work. Props for him for having some quibbles. Yeah, shouts out for him having some quibbles, but that fool. Yeah, I don't see him beating Jack. If he beats Jack, shouts out to him, but I don't see him beating Jack. Plus, Jack just seems ready this time. He just mentally seems like he's down for whatever. That's why me and Jack would have made a fun fight, because mentally we were both down for whatever.
Did you watch Tyson Jones on Saturday?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I caught it later in the fight. It was awesome. You see him fake that roundhouse kick? You know what? And then Tyson's ability to get over-under. I don't know if a lot of people paid attention to that, but anytime he gets in a clinch position, he grabs over-underhook. He grabs an underhook and an overhook so fast. It's almost like if he was to transition and do a MMA fight, he might be hard to take down. You know, it's like he squares up a lot, but he might be hard to take down because of that over-under. Who knows? I'm not the best wrestler in the rope.
Did you enjoy it, though?
I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't ever remember watching Tyson live. I'm pretty sure my mom and them ordered it while I was a youngster. So watching him live on my little app, my app was tripping on my phone. I should have actually downloaded the app instead of just doing it live internet on the phone. But, dude, it was amazing to watch. I don't care if I had to rewind and fast forward, rewind, fast forward, rewind, fast forward. I'd have did that all night to watch Tyson fight. So, I know we're not supposed to promote all the old guys out there scrapping, but for me to be able to see Tyson fight, you know, like that, that's awesome, you know. And shout out to the arch nemesis, Stylebender, being there live, dickhead.
I was gonna say, what did you think? I thought he did a great job. I thought he was great.
He did a great job. I didn't think he got no love from Snoop Dogg like he wanted, but I thought he did a good job.
I was snooped out.
I would have not laughed that hard when he said that's what she said. I would have been like, but shouts out to him for taking it well. Raw dog style.
Did you like hearing Snoop on the broadcast? Like I love
hearing Snoop, bro. I'm a fan of all the OGs, bro. So yeah, I liked him on the Contender Series. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved him on the Contender Series. I thought him and Riot was dope. I like Snoop. I'm a big fan of Snoop. I got a story about that. You know, we'll save that for another time.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man. That's inappropriate. It's not PG-13.
You're out here telling people you're gonna smoke Jacare like a blunt.
Yeah, I know, huh? But if you think about it, that's 420 friendly.
That's true. Okay, fair enough. But listen, you're the man, Kevin. It has been a lot of fun watching you do your thing this year and break out the way that you have. And I'm glad you're feeling better, and hope all goes well for you ahead of UFC 256, man. All the best to you, my man, and we'll see you in there against Jacare.
Thank you. And look, it's still pending a nose wipe. But if that nose wipe don't go well, I'm down to fight in one of those hazard suits, bios. Let's do it.
And if not,
put us in saran wrap bubbles and we can go at it. I'm down for whatever. Don't short me out of that 5-0 this year.
And if not, we'll see you December 19th then, right?
Yeah, one way or another, you will see me.